So do you remember the other day when we had a quick look at Blink charging stock, and I said that the next day or the day after we are going to be doing a financial analysis on the stock. So here is your financial analysis and latest news on Blink stock, because last night we did not really do an in-depth financial analysis. We just had a quick look at the stock itself. So just before we do begin, I would appreciate it if you could just subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000, so if you could just help us get there, it would be appreciated. Obviously, every person who does subscribe, it does help. And on top of that, we also now have a Discord server. So if you know what Discord is, it's obviously a online chat place where we can all come and talk about stocks. So like I said, feel free to come and join us on there as well. Link is in the description. So we're going to start off again just by having a look at what happened in the last week, because of course in the last episode on Blink we already looked at what's happened over the past few months, but over the past week is a little bit more relevant. So the video was filmed on Monday. I should have probably told you that by now. It's probably already been carded in at some point, but whether I choose to upload it on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, sorry, it was filmed on Tuesday and I forgot the date because I'm just a bit not clever, but there we go. Whether I choose to upload it on Tuesday or Wednesday, the information is going to be relevant for a very long time, because of course it's the finances of the company. But since we filmed our last episode on Tuesday, it actually has gone up on the day of Tuesday, because last time we filmed was on Monday when it was at $12.19. Now we're at $14. Quite the move indeed, to be honest. That's about a $1-2 move, between 1 and 2. So not bad at all for the one day for such a small price. So let's have a quick look at some financial data for the company. So here we have our figures, and I basically presume that they are simplified or written in shorthand, so please do take that on board. So we're going to have a quick look by looking at revenue first. So revenue for this year, and of course bear in mind this year is not done. So with the other years, they had until December the 31st to finish. If you have a quick look, it says 12th of December, 31st of December, because that one got me a bit confused because the date is written in the wrong hand, because if you're in the UK, of course, we do it the other way around. But yeah, 12th of December, whereas this one is obviously on the current date and it has not been completed yet because the quarter 4 earnings are not out yet, so please do bear that in mind. Either way, it is still significantly up over last year. Last year we were looking at 2,759, this year we're looking at 4,337, which is obviously almost double, and we are not even at the end of the year yet. So looking on the year before that, 2018, we were on 2,686, so from 2019 to 2016, there was honestly not that much growth, and then this year is kind of doubled on what it had last year. Is this going to be the start of this stock picking up? I don't know. It is absolutely possible, so of course that's why I make these videos looking at the finances, because I think it is important that you know all this information to get the full picture, because there's one thing to look at what the company is doing, but let's have a look a bit deeper at the company's income statement. So if that does sound like a great analysis, please do subscribe again. Right, so the cost of this revenue this year was 3.591, and then last year it was 2,367. So what is this telling us here? So it's telling us that even though our revenue has increased, our cost per revenue has not really increased by that much. I mean, yes, it is up, but it's not doubled as you might expect for a revenue figure that's kind of doubled, so not bad at all. So gross profit from this figure was also significantly up from 2019, but however not from 2018. So this year we are looking at 746.511. Of course, we have had a lot going on this year. And last year we were looking at figures of 392.411. So obviously that is not as good as the previous year, 2018, or even the year before that, 2017, when we were over 1,000 almost in 2018, and actually over 1,000 in 2017. So I don't know what's going on there, but bear in mind the year is not complete yet, so it's possible for this company to still make a profit, even bigger. However, it is nice to see they have made quite a large profit indeed. Obviously a lot better than last year, so that is of course good to see. Operating expenses were 12,560 for this year, 10,864 for the previous year, and 12,000 12,514 for the year before that. I don't know why I can't pronounce any of these numbers tonight, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying. So what this means here is that basically the revenue has increased, but the operating expense has not really increased by that much, especially in relation to previous years and the amount of revenue increase which you have seen with that as well. So the operating income has been negative for all of the years on record, and that does start in 2016. This year it's minus 11,814. Previous year minus 10,472. Last year before that was minus 11,612. So of course we're looking more into 2018 numbers for a comparison. However, revenue this year is kind of up from 2018, which is a good thing to see. So we have pre-tax incomes, which were of course negative, which I just said, and that's basically all of the key information. There are some other things that you might want to know, and if there are some other terms that you do want to have a quick look at, I'll zoom out and you can feel free to pause the video at any point. Of course, if you do want to just go into the website, it's finance.yahoo.com, and you can just type in Blnk stock and just go over to the financials there once you have finished watching this video. So some other key information about the company: how many charging stations do they have? This time they have 23,000 charging stations approximately. So that is honestly not as much as ChargePoint, however it is still a decent number. So yeah, of course, if they could increase the number, if they could expand to a lot more countries and make them a lot more widespreadly available, that would be great for the company. It would probably increase their revenue by quite a bit. Of course, we all know that ChargePoint is trying to drastically expand their company, so if this company could follow in their footsteps in a way, it would be a great thing. So down to our final portion, which I think is definitely something to think about in the future, especially if you're interested in buying this stock. And this is the EV market share versus other market shares like petrol and diesel. So pick your country, you can pick any country. Because I'm from the UK, we're just going to go in the UK. You could go to Sweden or any of, America, any of the diagrams which you can find. But like I just said, just for simple purposes, we're going to have a look at the UK, as it is kind of your stereotypical model for most countries, in the sense that most of the sales are petrol. The other section is mainly comprised of diesel. After diesel, we have hybrids, and these can be mild hybrids, and these are generally plugless. And then we have electric vehicles or plug-in hybrids, and these take up the smallest market sector. However, if you don't already know, I'm sure you do, a lot of countries are committing to go, low emissions into the future. And what does this mean for the charging price and the charging industry itself? It basically means that this sector is going to grow, because of course how we all use petrol stations now for petrol and diesel, we will be using charging stations for the same purpose in the future. However, there are definitely advantages to charging stations, and that is because you can have them in offices, you can have them in shopping centres and car parks and whatnot. It's just a lot more easier than it is to use petrol and diesel pumps, because of course you can plug them in kind of anywhere, and they are in a lot of cool places, which is a lot more convenient than directly driving to a petrol station. Anyway, of course, this market sector for electricity is going to be almost all green by 2030 or 2040, and I think that is definitely going to increase the charging station sector dramatically. So of course, you need to ask yourself now, is it a great time to get in on this market, as it is bound to grow, because there are legislations which are going to be coming in soon, which are going to be forcing this sector to grow anyway. So I'm not sure if this is your company, but if you think it is, maybe now is your time if you want to hold it for a few years. So of course, that's just my opinion, but you guys can come and tell me what you think over on Discord, and also feel free to do so in the comments. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for your time.